It's a great pleasure to be joined by former Washington Hatchet Notre Dame star Luke Zeller. He's in town to talk about the DistinXion Basketball Camps and a little basketball with us today. Luke, thanks for coming by. And just how did DistinXion get started? And tell me a little bit about DistinXion.
My biggest thing with DistinXion was I had so many great opportunities, my family and I, to be able to play basketball and learn from great coaches. I wanted to create those opportunities for the kids in Southern Indiana and continue that and be able to give it back to the family. So we started just out of that, and now DistinXion teaches basketball and teaches character. And we're starting a new overnight camp over at Santa Claus, July 15th to 17th, our first one. And I'm excited for the opportunity that we'll be able to impact over 3 days and 2 nights.
And it's a family deal, too, with your brothers as well, isn't it?
Definitely, and they definitely help out. And they're not here as much as I'll be there sleeping in the cabins. They won't be, but they're one day they'll get tough enough to be able to handle sleeping in cabins and hanging out with all the kids. But we're working on that.
After you finished up at Notre Dame, what have you been up to other than these DistinXion camps?
I played professionally for 5 years, played with the Suns 2 years ago, and been playing a lot of different places. And now I'm a proud father and a family guy back here in Bloomington, figuring out what my next chapter is. So we'll see where it goes.
When you do these basketball camps, you do a lot of basketball, but you also teach kids to do the right thing, right?
Definitely. We use an acronym, CHAMPIONS, and it's character, honesty, attitude, motivation, perseverance, I am responsible, optimism, network of friends, and serve others. And if you come to camp, you can hear all the stories about that. So there's plenty of good stories, and stories about me and my brothers, stories about things that we've learned, and stories from other people we've learned from, mistakes made, and things that have been done right.
When you look at basketball, what are the things that kids need to learn how to do to be good basketball players?
Well, when they're young, my passion is they're going to make a right-hand and left-hand layup with the correct form, have correct shooting form before they step out and shoot a three. When I was growing up, my three-point line in my driveway was about 15 feet, and Dad just got a little paint roller and rolled it around about 15 feet, and I learned how to have correct shooting form there, and as I got stronger, I was able to move out. So working on just correct mechanics and then being able to improve from there, I think is really important.
You got a list of camps. Just give some information about how people can get involved in these camps and where are they?
Definitely, and camps are all over Southern Indiana. We've got about 25 of them this summer. The overnight one in Lincoln City is July 15th to 17th. All the information is on our website, DistinXion.org, and you can sign up online. All the registration's online. We're new with technology. Mom and Dad are catching up eventually, and so we'll get there. Mom and Dad would, I think, rather have people send a telegram or something over to them, but we are on the website, and people can sign up online.
Your mom, Lori's awesome. Steve as well. What was it like growing up with all 3 of your brothers in the same house?
It was fun. I think that, people think that it was maybe different. People ask that all the time, but you watch the show Duck Dynasty, we're not too far off from that, and we like giving each other a hard time, but at the end of the day, we all get together, have a meal, say a prayer together, and we're a good family.
Well, you guys got off the right track with good parental support, and that's a big thing now with youth sports and whatnot. What were the biggest keys that your mom and dad stressed to you guys about how to handle all this success and also, growing up in an athletic family?
I think first of all, the biggest thing I've always heard is you don't care what they know until you know they care. We knew Mom and Dad cared, and I think that was the first step. And then from that, they just really kept us grounded. They didn't treat us any differently, whether it was an award, an accolade, or whatever it was. Material things didn't matter. It was, how we acted as people and how we did things and how we represented ourselves and our faith and our family and represented those things. And that was what was most important to them. So it makes it real simple, and that's what's most important. The awards and accolades don't change you, and I think to truly be humble, neither praise nor discouragement is going to really affect you, and I think that's what Mom and Dad really taught us.
You guys had that great run at Washington under Coach Miller. Of course, you nailed that big shot against the Plymouth Pilgrims. What was it like playing at Washington and having all that success?
Well, that was a good day. That was fun, and I think that if you don't have that success was important, and it was special for us because we grew up in a town that we hadn't won sectional in 22 years when I was going in to be a senior in high school, and so to have a town that was kind of hungry for a win and hungry for a lot of things, we really felt like we were able to represent a lot of people in the communities that were working just as hard as us, but they were working out in the fields. They were working at Purdue, hanging turkeys, and they were doing a lot of the other jobs. They were working just as hard. So I was just proud to be working hard on the basketball court, representing a great community.
Broke a lot of hearts when you decided to go to Notre Dame. But how was that experience like with Coach Bray and crew up there?
I love Notre Dame. I really wanted to pursue excellence academically and athletically, and I felt like that was the best fit for me. Proud to say Mendoza College of Business has been ranked #1 for the last 3 years. And I told Cody, I said, it's great that, Kelly's moved up the last 3 years. I'm really proud of you guys. And he texted me back and said, we were texting, and he texted me back and said, yeah, well, hopefully Notre Dame will be able to catch up. And I said, yeah, we haven't moved up in 3 years. And he texted back and was razzing me back and forth. I said, well, it's tough to move up when you're #1. So Cody and I have a good back and forth, and very proud of what he'll eventually do when he graduates from Kelly. And but to be at Notre Dame and to get that education is incredibly special, and then to have the alumni and the people that are from there and be able to represent that is awesome.
Touch on Cody and also Tyler. Tyler with the Cavs, Cody with the Bobcats. It's a NBA basketball is a learning process, and those guys are doing all right, aren't they?
Tyler's done a fantastic job. His first year he got a lot of opportunities with Varejao having the injury and being able to start a lot of games, play a lot of minutes. His second year he had to adjust a little bit. They had Andrew Bynum was there for a while, and they had a lot of different situations that came up, and he did a great job being able to handle adversity, playing 2 minutes and then playing 20 minutes and playing great in different spots when he got opportunities. Cody did a fantastic job, learned from playing behind Josh McRoberts all year and being able to really take his time coming along, really being able to attack the basket and drive, but then being able to add a mid-range game and being able to get stronger. I think he's definitely strong enough now. It's just a part of using it in the right way at the right time. And so the game speeds up, and he's done a great job. I mean, he was the only Bobcat to play all 82 games out there. So being able to stay healthy his first year was a huge thing. And I think I'm excited for both of them for what'll come next year.
Again, before we wrap up, another little thing about Distinction. Again, how can they get a hold of you for camp information?
Definitely. Well, first of all, you want to email me. I love hearing from the kids and their families. Luke Zeller at DistinXion.org. Send me an email. You got a question, a comment, if you don't like me, whatever it is, send me an email. I love hearing from people in Southern Indiana. So Luke Zeller at DistinXion.org. And then if you want to sign up online, DistinXion.org, distinction.org. We'd love to have you come sign up. Santa Claus, Indiana, July 15th to 17th. I'll be in the cabins. I might even whip up some eggs one morning for breakfast. Be doing cannonballs in the swimming pool and then teaching basketball during the day. So it'll be a lot of fun.
All right, Luke, thanks a lot for coming by and joining us today, and best of luck with the DistinXion Basketball Camps.
Thank you. We just appreciate being here in Southern Indiana. I love being back.
That's former Hatchet Luke Zeller with DistinXion Basketball Camps. Stay tuned. We'll have more right after this.